My name is Duddits. I've got a dirty, disgusting Khvostov build for you today. We're going to be harvesting the Orbs via Child of the Old Gods to feed our Ricochet rounds, having max Ricochet rounds with Child of the Old Gods. Like I said, Echo of Harvest is going to be a big feature, weakening everything, creating loads of Orbs. We're going to shoot them Orbs to get max Ricochet rounds, and the Void Soul just causes absolute carnage. Stay with me, I'm going to break it all down. So obviously the build is going to be based around the Khvostov. The right choice, every 7th bullet from this weapon ricochets to nearby targets. Eyes Up Guardian, collecting Orbs of Power, strengthens this weapon's several ricochet shots, providing more damage and more bounces between targets. This is the focus of the build, we're going to be maxing that out. And then on top of that, we're also going to be featuring the other perk, Shoot to Loot, where the Shoot to Loot is going to picking up an Orb of Power, is going to reload our weapons and also give us max strength on our Eyes Up Guardian. So the Khvostov, basically we know how it works. I did a video on this yesterday, it's pretty well covered. You're going to get ricochet rounds going left, right and centre. The exotic auto rifle is an absolute monster, but the ricochet rounds on there make it even better. So what I wanted to do was make them even more stronger. Now Child of the Old Gods on the Void subclass on the Warlock, cast your Rift to create a Void Soul. This Void Soul weakens, it gives you grenade and melee energy, and defeating a target who has been drained by your Void Soul grants class ability energy, weakening 15%. Briarbinds is an absolutely perfect exotic to run with this because your Void Souls have a longer duration. They also gain escalating damage and durability as they defeat targets. You can keep picking your Void Souls up. There's the damage. The Void Souls can get up to 100% extra damage. I'll explain why Child of the Old Gods and Briarbinds are absolutely perfect, because what we're going to do is we're going to be taking a look at this one. Eyes Up Guardian, collecting Orbs of Power, strengthens this weapon's next several ricochet rounds. Also Shoot to Loot, picking up an Orb of Power, is going to give us that, plus reload our weapons. Now with Reaper and Kinetic Siphon, every time we put our Child of the Old Gods down, our Rift, we're going to create an Orb from the Reaper and an Orb from the Kinetic Siphon. Getting a couple of kills with Khvostov is very easy. So there's two ways of getting Orbs. Now adding Echo of Harvest, defeating weakened targets creates an Orb of Power and avoid breach. We're always weakening stuff with the Child of the Old Gods. Now adding Echo of Starvation, picking up a Void Breach Orb and Orb of Power is also going to grant you Devour, which you can do Shoot to Loot on Khvostov, so this is just a nasty little cycle. Adding Echo of Persistence, your Void buffs applied to you, specifically Devour, having increased duration, so you've always got Devour going. And then on top of that, I've got Echo of Undermining to make our Void Grenades weaken targets. But the main focus of the build is Starvation and Harvest. Now, this is just a quick little example. You're going to put your Rift down, like I said, you've got your Reaper going, they'll create an Orb, your Kinetic Siphon will create an Orb. And on top of that, you're weakening stuff as well. And then ricochet rounds are just pinging off everything with your Child of the Old Gods. You'll see there the amount of Orbs I've just created in this clip is like 4 Orbs. And all you got to do is shoot them. And that will strengthen your ricochet rounds. So it's a nice little cycle. And it will proc your Devour. An awesome little cycle. Now, Briarbinds again. The main focus of this build is just to keep our Child of the Old Gods up all the time. You can keep retrieving these. Your Void Souls will do extra damage as well. That's the Briarbinds exotic. And like I said, you've literally got infinite weakening with this build. Now what more do you want with this build? Infinite weakening for your ricochet rounds and your Khvostov. Let's just get this straight. Khvostov is an absolute monster anyway. And just having weakening on a Khvostov infinitely is crazy without even looking at the ricochet rounds. And you'll see in this clip again, the amount of Orbs I've just created and picked up. You could just keep picking them Orbs up, retrieving your Void Souls. You've always got the Eyes Up Guardian going, you've always got your Devour going, weakening things left, right and centre for you and your teammates. And again, look, shoot that Orb. This is just an endless little cycle. Retrieve your Void Souls and things just start pinging left, right and centre. Your ricochet rounds and your Child of the Old Gods are just pinging around, creating yellow numbers everywhere. Even more damage. Look at the state of this, it's absolutely gross. I've got some more disgusting clips of the Ricochet and the Void Souls working together. But first, I just want to admit to something. When I was first using this build, I actually made a blob because what I was doing, I was applying the Child of the Old Gods with the Khvostov. That is not the best thing to do. Like you'll see in this clip, I had Eyes Up 7, and then I was actually using my Khvostov to apply the Void Souls. That's not the play, because what happens is your Eyes Up Guardian, you'll lose that while you're applying your Void Child of the Old Gods. So what you actually want to do is use another weapon to get your Child of the Old Gods there, and then switch to your Khvostov, and that will always keep you times 7 Eyes Up Guardian versus using your Khvostov, if that makes sense. So apply the Void Souls with another weapon, and this is what you can sort of do with it. It's just absolutely disgusting. You'll just see all these yellow numbers from the void souls, and you're just going to see yellow numbers pinging everywhere, white numbers when it doesn't affect the area of a target. But mainly, if you play it right, you can get them child souls in a big child of the old gods, sorry, the void souls in a big area, and it's just absolute destruction. Not to mention this specific GM is void burn, so other void weapons are going to go carnage as well. And again, just look at this, it's just absolutely minging. Honestly, it's so good. And again, I just want to clarify, this will help you and your teammates. We've got loads and loads of other stuff going on with this build as well. Not only do we have devour, we're going to have things like void hegemony going with a seasonal artifact pact. You're going to get overshield when you defeat weakened targets. You're obviously weakening everything in an expanding abyss to make your void sources deal increased damage to other targets. So like your void Nova Bomb is going to do extra damage when they're weakened, all your void weapons. So something like a void sword, again, this is just for this GM. It's going to work in any activity, lost sectors, things like that. But your void sword, once you've got that expanding abyss and your void hegemony, you do loads of damage, loads and loads of damage, and you're going to be nice and safe with your devour going. Void shields, so this is just some other weapons. Something like a falling guillotine is a really good option over load sword. And again, you keep picking up them void souls to apply that weak. It's absolutely brutal, and just look at the state of this Nova Bomb. It easily demolishes Overload Champion. That's the expanding abyss. Nova Bomb void burn. It's just absolute carnage. Now I'll leave a build card from a friend over on Twitter, Mr. Slayer God. I hope you found this video helpful. Ricochet void soul Briarbinds rounds, absolutely crazy. Have a great day.